Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. This is part of the Intercontinental Group of Awesome, the Sunday group, so named because we have folks like me who are in the United States and North America, and then the rest of the group is over in Europe. So we span many time zones having fun together playing small press and indie tabletop RPGs. This is the 2021 kickoff series we've been running since the 1st of January. It is Apocalypse World Burned Over. It's a hybrid of what was released in the zine, which came out last year, and a recent Patreon update by Vincent and McGabe Baker. Apocalypse World Burned Over is a reimagining. That's not even a word. Reimagining of Apocalypse World in a more YA focused style. And it's got a whole new playbooks and new moves, but it still has the core heart of a post-apocalyptic style game. And we are using one of the things from Burned Over is that instead of let's just totally make up what apocalypse happened, there are hard zones, which are predefined settings with locations. And then it's not like a map. It's just like a sentence per location type deal. And the Carnival of Bullets is the hard zone we're using. That didn't come with the zine. It's actually a creation of Sawyer, a game designer who publishes under the name Ferretheim Games that you can find on Drive-Thru or Itch. Highly recommend you check it out. Puppy. Loving Puppy. It's awesome. So in last session, as I was talking before we started recording, this is the most harb I, as an MC in an Apocalypse World game, have ever handed out to an entire group. It was a rough session. There was a lot of fighting. So much fighting. And some of the things that took place were a huge fight between Big Top and Dusk Harrow Way, which caught everybody up in it. Not everybody, but a lot of folks. Mm-hmm. And then also a huge car accident at the outskirts of Neon Blossoms, which resulted from...
It wasn't an accident.
That's true.
We called them collisions.
Okay, there we go. I was like, it wasn't a drive-by. It was just an attempt to run.
It wasn't really by. It was
a game of chicken where neither chickens.
You guys,
subtract the by, and it's just a drive.
Yeah, it was a drive over. Attempted
drive-through.
Yeah.
Drive-through. Yeah. I'm sticking with drive-through. That's the best one. That one wins the thread. With Clarion, the cyborg, who is no longer with us. Not that Clarion didn't survive getting run over, because it did.
I know what you're talking about.
But then Marilyn made sure that it didn't survive. Yeah, exactly. It's totally culpable deniability. It was, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you're mistaken if you thought you saw me shove a pipe through his neck.
Exactly.
That does not seem like Marilyn.
Speaking of pipes through bodies, Screw Loose had a pipe shoved through his leg during the accident. Not the best result for folks. Not happy at all. But Dex, Marilyn, and Screw Loose are currently in Neon Blossoms. All of them are pretty hurt. Dex is still going through right now. By the way, Dex, you're on update 24 of 29. So the bar is all the way up, although it was higher earlier. And then after the updates, it like cycled and went down and then went back up again. That's the worst, right? Ariel, even though she had many allies and got out, having to leave Princess behind, and not knowing what Cat Lady did, Ariel decided to take it straight to Nero. And that did not go well at all. And so Ariel is currently at Remedy, where whatever had ended up. So the two of you are together in Remedy. So let's quickly go over our safety tools and introduce characters and do all of our start of session stuff. We have lines against cannibalism, gratuitous cruelty presented as entertainment, and sexual assault. We have veils against eye injuries, harm to animals, and harm to children, and 100% enthusiastic consent for graphic gore and hella circus shit. So those are all of the things that we have for our lines and veils and ask firsts and all that good stuff. But on top of that, of course, we have our X card, our ever-present safety tool that you can deploy at any time for any objectionable content or anything that makes you uncomfortable. Just say, hey, I need to X card this thing. I will pause just to make sure that I understand what was X carded if it wasn't clear to me, because sometimes I'm a little dense. I was public school educated, friends. And once I know what that is, it is excised from our play. No harm, no foul, and we'll continue on. So let's quickly introduce characters. Let's start from the left-hand side of the character keeper, heading towards the right, which means that Alex, you get to go first.
I'm Alex, I use he, him, as does Marilyn, the operator. He did ride around the wasteland as a courier, taxi, getaway driver, etc. But he has parts of a vehicle, I think, but not a full one at the moment. Because while he is very self-serving, occasionally he has a sense of justice and takes umbrage at, somebody just lasering through masses of scavengers. And obviously sometimes he sees red occasionally. And
That's interesting.
acts maybe slightly ill-advised. Maybe. He checked in with Dex. He seems on board.
I emphatically told you no. I shook my head the whole time.
Yeah, but the vehicle rattles a lot. It's hard to judge.
I mean, on a rattling, how can you tell this from this? It's like, yeah. Jan, you're up.
Hello, my name is Jan. Jan. I will be playing Screw Loose. My pronouns are him. Screw Loose is the gear cutter. He is creative, curious, distracted, inventive, obsessive, and restless. And he's currently skewered by a exhaust pipe. Or was it already taken out? Anyway, he's still really badly hurt.
He certainly is. Jen, you're up.
All right. I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Dex the medic, who also uses she, her pronouns. And I'm getting some updates for whatever software powers my eyeballs. Because I thought it would be less annoying. I was wrong. I am in the actual ass hospital with Screw Loose and Marilyn after a very insistent ride along. So yeah, here's hoping that we leave Neon Blossoms intact and without too much debt.
Indeed. Let's hope. Sabine, you're up.
Yeah, hi, my name is Sabine. I'm playing Whatever. We use the Volatile playbook. Whatever has a gang now, the Hollow Men, taken from the poem by T.S. Eliot, which she at least can quote. Also, she likes guns. What a surprise. Last time, she and her gang were hired to protect a venue, I guess, and some big top people turned up and started firing. Okay, they might have started firing because Whatever threw a grenade at them, but probably not. Probably they would have started firing anyway. So, And yeah, that didn't go too well, actually. A lot of her gang were taken out, and she ended up at Dex's hospital. She wanted to wait for Dex to, well, to help her with her gunshot wounds, but Dex didn't show up, so she had somebody else do it, but she didn't like that at all. So, yeah, wow.
It's not the same.
It's not the same thing, but yeah, well, it's better than bleeding out, I guess.
Thank you so much, Sabine. And then finally, we have Tyler.
Hi there, I'm Tyler. He, him pronouns, and I'm playing Ariel, she, her, who is the Monarch Playbook. She leads a group of artists and also has some defenders that watch out for her and the group, and has, up until last session, been all peaches and cream, sweet and nice, but kind of got pissed off when her group was attacked, and from her standpoint, attacked without proper reason or done in a fashion that is right for fellow entertainers by the big top. And when she went in to confront Nero about it, he was most unreasonable. And consequently, she's been shot.
It's very true. Very, very true. So let's take care of some of our start of session stuff. We'll circle back around. Maryland, you have an ear to the ground move to roll.
Oh, okay. I will roll it then. That's with cool. I got a 10. I mean, neon blossoms.
Nice. So with a 10 on your ear to the ground, a word reaches you that there's a great opportunity for you there. Ask the MC what it is, or one from 79 lists below.
You know what? Every other time I've chosen a problem. I feel I have enough of those at the moment. Let's have an opportunity. I'll go back to problems next time.
Sure. And then great opportunity asks, and you need to choose a place. You said Neon Blossoms?
Yes. Don't need to tell me now, yeah, but just whenever it comes up.
Sweet. So the opportunity and that you hear is that there is someone who greatly desires to be your patron and will supply you with a new vehicle. That's a great opportunity.
I mean, Maryland doesn't trust that, but he'll exploit it if he can.
You roll for an opportunity. Sounds good. It all sounds great.
He's going to check it out.
Great. I think that's the right way to go. And we need to name the person who you have an opportunity from. I'm looking through our names list here. Panache. Oh wait, we have a Panache. Sorry, I should take that out of my name thing so that we don't double up again.
Panache,
we don't actually have that many Neon Blossom NPCs. So
we don't. What did you say, Tyler?
I said Panache the younger. There could be Panache the elder.
I think we will name them Radiant.
When did Visage get added?
Well, Visage was added at the very end of last session and will be introduced in this.
Oh, okay. That's why.
That was okay.
It was ex-girlfriend.
Yep. There was a conversation that took place, I think, via chat, but we've got it. So there we are. Awesome. Panache, she is the one who is most interested in.
You mean Radiant?
Patron. Radiant. God bless America.
I
am a dumb person. Thank you for fixing me with bad word fixing things. So yes, Radiant. He is the one who has interest in becoming your patron. Yeah, thank you. That was not hard. Good. So then let's jump over. We've got Sixth Sense for Dex.
Alrighty, let's.
On a 10 plus, all of your updates will be complete as well.
Let's see, and Sixth Sense is sharp, is not. Hot diggity dog it is. All right. Doink. I did real good.
Cool. And I think I linked up the wrong rolling room for folks earlier. So let me make sure that I link up the correct one. There we go. I think. Nope. Actually, we have people on different rolling rooms. All right. So
did I roll in the right one? I mean,
well, I linked up
moves
the text-based one because I know Sabine had some trouble with the other one.
That's the one I am in.
So text-based one. Okay. All right.
I rolled in here.
Okay. Yes, that is where you roll.
I think
so
I'm alone.
Here. There. That's the one we all should go to. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh.
Versioning. Dang it. Let me do a cross out thing on the one we're not using to help and make it clear. That's my bad. So here we go. Awesome. So you rolled a 13. That means your update's complete at the beginning of this move and then at the beginning of the session. And also you hold 3 at any time during the session. You can spend one of your hold to ask the MC what your sixth sense is telling you. I should answer with a warning, an assurance, a clue, or an insight of some kind. Congrats. Good work.
Yay.
All right. And then of the start of move session stuff, we have a new leadership isn't a start of session thing. So we just need to do our devotion.
Yep. So doing with my collective first. That's a 9. Doing with the guards. That's a 12.
Wow. Okay. So you
Good.
see cult and guardian. So 9 on devotion is give you devotions, but choose one demand. They only have one demand, which is teaching. Yeah.
Which we're in a bit of a turmoil, so that makes sense.
Totally makes sense that they are a little freaked out. And then before we continue on, we have questions. Because of the HX rollover that happened between whatever and Dex last session, Dex, you get a question to ask of whatever.
Whatever. What's something in our mutually known community that you would like to see built up, that you might even build up yourself?
I think what I would like to have built up is the side shows or the side shows, aside from the big top, because I like the smaller venues where people perform poetry or their kind of music or their kind of act, instead of having a large tent where everybody has to look at stuff. It's not. I like the side shows and especially the side shows.
More
That's
variety, more intimacy, more risk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly like that.
Cool.
That is very interesting. I am very thankful for that question and answer. Nice work, Jen. So we pick up.
Was that Beaker?
Yes, he was barking a lot, and I thought I was muted, but he decided to bark a little
it's
bit.
fine. I like to hear an occasional sign of life from that little dog.
He definitely, there was something threatening the entire house. So thank goodness he was here to save us. We begin with Screw Loose. Screw Loose, tell me a happy childhood memory that you have. What were you doing?
I was probably like taking apart like basically, yeah, it was probably an old alarm clock or something like that, but just taking all the pieces out.
Nice. So you were deconstructing a little alarm clock, and you got to the point where you'd pulled back the case. Maybe you had a screwdriver, or maybe you just pried it open with a flathead because you needed a Phillips. And sure enough, you see the little motherboard type deal with all the connector points, and you're picking and playing with it when there's several wires that connect in one particular card, and you can see where the power comes in, and all of the wires and pieces just pop free and start to move. And you have this vague realization that that's not how it happened when you were a child. How old were you at this time?
5.
So your little chubby, stubby, dirty 5-year-old fingernails are there poised over this alarm clock as all the wires start to move. And you see the wires kind of shoot out, and just moments before, just like a breath before they connect to your fingertips, you hear a beep, 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 beep. And then you're looking at this bright white light. Yeah,
it starts out as the alarm clock going off, and then turns into like a
turns into an EKG meter. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love our sound engineer in your head, Jan. Good work. So yeah, the alarm clock goes off, and it quickly morphs into the bleep of the heart monitor, and you're looking at this shining white light. And when you look around, you see that there's a huge tailpipe that's being pulled out of your body.
Yes.
And you can't move. And you feel little somethings underneath your forearm, but you can't see if it's real or if it's just in your mind. And that's when you hear a voice. What is your designation?
You mean my name? Screw loose.
Is that some kind of humor?
What?
You have skill, but you are unworthy of Neon Blossom.
Well, that's like your opinion, man.
You are being altered now. I could make you worthy. Would you like to become part of our collective?
Who else is in it?
All of Neon Blossom. The matriarchy is strong. You could be an asset to us, but you are cursed.
But I wasn't worthy.
Correct. The curse makes you unworthy. I can remove it from you.
What's the curse? Is it the pipe? Because it's already being removed, I think.
No, it is not the pipe. It is how you were born.
How? I don't remember that. How was I born?
You were cursed with masculinity. You are a man. In Neon Blossom, you will never be worthy. But I see your curious mind. I will cure you if you wish.
And then there's a collective.
Yes, a community. A matriarchal community. Do you not see how we have prospered?
Yes. So then I get access to all of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Shall I inform the surgeons to remove your curse?
Okay.
Wonderful. So we flash to the surgery, like the operational theater, and one of the nurses, there's a bleep, and she pulls back the like surgical thing, and you see she's got a smartwatch, and she sees a quick update, looks to the other doctors, and each of them, they all nod and say, yes, we'll add that to the itinerary. So we cut outside to Dex. You're in the hallway. Your updates have just completed when, and maybe you're like right outside the two operation areas where Maryland's being treated. I imagine Maryland's like, you're at 6 o'clock, right? So they're going to be making sure that you're taken care of, but you're nowhere near the degree of hurt that Screw Loose is. Dex, you kind of ignored their attempts to cure you earlier. Would you accept like somebody offering you some kind of medicine?
As soon as I know that Screw Loose is out of the woods, I would be fine to submit to some
Okay.
medicine.
Cool. So one of the nurses comes over and she hands you like a little, paper cup type deal with some pills in it. Do you need some water?
I take them dry. Making my characters do things I can't do because that's escapism. Boo.
Low stakes escapism.
The power fantasy.
Not
Nice.
just depth, it's breadth.
In Maryland, you're currently. Well, how did you handle when they tried to strip you down and put you into a clean gown and wash your body? How did you handle that?
I checked to see if I'm having to pay for this. Other than that, I don't think
Radiant has agreed to take care of all of your charges.
it's free.
No, it is not free, but you will not have to pay
I'm
for the
not paying.
services.
Alright,
Correct.
yeah. And I get my clothes back afterwards.
There was one item that needed to be cut off of you, but everything will be returned. We
Okay.
can mend the jacket, I'm sure. The stitches may end up being stronger than the jacket itself.
Okay.
So you're coming out wearing a gown, and you've got this like clear plastic bag with all of your clothing and your boots and everything in it. And Dex is right outside in the hallway. You see that she's just tossed back a couple of pills. No problem whatsoever. Totally badass.
Well, obviously, it gets the reaction worthy of such a feat. A little just one of those like nods of I saw that.
I saw that hitting the pills. Yeah.
I mean, Marilyn's too cool to do like a little fist pump for,
Right. Yeah.
Anyone else, of course, would have.
I glance over at Marilyn and watch the updates on his vitals.
Yeah.
Sort of line up in my vision.
I don't quite meet your eyes.
Are you checking Maryland's vitals through your vision? Yeah, he's good. And both of you may go ahead and heal one tick. So you're at 3 o'clock, and then that will go away by end of scene.
Well, it's the return of the conquering hero, I see. He's going to pull through. I didn't come out here until I knew they were actually going to follow through with it, and that his prognosis was good. Screwloose is too curious to die. Come on.
You got shit to,
What?
he's got shit to open up and fiddle with them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to keep something challenging around at Remedy just in case.
Um,
You sorry, go ahead.
you're okay.
I'm banged up, but I'm fine. My eyes are back online.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything out of sorts that would be a long-term risk.
No.
Probably want to keep my ankle in a brace for a while. Nothing serious.
Also, sort of transport out, grab you around if you need.
I would appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm still angry at you, but that was probably the right way out.
Okay.
Clarion's just that dangerous. He's dead, right?
Yeah, he died in the crash.
Good. All right.
You don't get to, I mean, you saw it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
You
saw
don't get to,
the impact.
I mean, the race.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So,
Yeah. No, that was a
I mean, there's not many rules out here, but you don't get to do that. Come away unscathed.
there's rules enough. Wish I knew who backed Clarion.
The nurse who'd handed you your pills, Dex, she comes back from her station and looks at both of you and says, "The others who were in the cart? I'm sorry, I wasn't there, of course, but the update that was provided was that there was a cart attached to the vehicle, and there were a number of people in that cart. They're being treated. Who will handle their bill?"
I'll handle their expenses. In fact, may I see them? Look at their charts.
Yes. Yes.
Marilyn, do you want to stay here with Screwloose or do you want to come with me?
I'll go check on Screwloose before the one.
I take Marilyn by the shoulder and I'm like, they're
Yeah.
not going to let you go inside, but he's in this room.
The nurse says, "I'm sorry. Go about. I can take you to Flotsam and Jetsam and the others, but I wanted to let you know the good news that Mother has decided to take care of Screwloose's medical bills as well and all of the procedures."
That is very generous of Mother.
Excuse me. You know someone called Radiant?
Of course.
What's their deal?
Well, she has already inquired about taking care of your medical bills, which are substantial. She was quite enamored with your performance. Said, I believe, when you came through during the circuit, that you made quite a stir with your very pollutant causing car.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on Screwloose.
Okay. All right. Keep together, Marilyn. Don't do anything rash.
I'll just do that now.
Well, I have
Only
faith
so
in
much
you,
damage I can do with my boots. I have the blue bag with the boots in.
All right. Then I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, go like, is it like transparent walls, wasn't it? Or like window things between the rooms?
Oh, and all of them except for anyone is in a room you can see. Screw Loose is in the operating theater. And yeah, you can't easily see inside. You would need to ask.
They're probably
I would at least go up to like put my face against it and like try and squint the room. Maybe like,
Cool. So you'll try to make your way in to check on Screw Loose. And yeah, Maryland, you see this incredibly pristine operating theater with a number of lights all focused on Screw Loose's broken body. You see that there's a table with these like blue blankets on it or sheets, and there's this big tailpipe that's got a bunch of Screw Loose's blood on it. And you see that there's a nurse who's spraying some weird kind of plasticky, flesh-colored something around the wound. Then you see the Screw Loose has all kinds of like tubes and all kinds. But you also see that they seem to be, while they've already removed the tailpipe, they seem to be preparing him for more surgery.
can I get in there and talk to him, or am I blocked from?
We'll say that like easily you could have gone up a set of stairs, and it's literally an operating theater, like old style education. So you're up viewing down on them. And yeah, you see that one of the nurses has like pulled back the sheet. He's completely nude underneath, and she seems to be shaving his body.
I wave at Screws if he's conscious.
Screw Loose. Amid all of the bright lights, you see an angelic figure with beautiful blue hair who seems vaguely familiar, waving at you.
I mean, I don't think I can wave back.
I can't do it because I'll live the power fantasy and I click my fingers.
There's probably like a hello.
I got a pipe out. You okay?
I'm good.
What do they do now?
Oh, it's for the collective.
That's nice. What's that?
Oh, it's for the people here.
You're not doing cannibalism here, are you?
Huh? No.
That's directed to the staff around him.
Oh, yeah. So your voice comes through on a loudspeaker in there, and one of the nurses looks up. She's got a face mask on, like a clear shield type deal. And she smiles and says, No, it's reassignment surgery. It's quite all right. Very routine.
I'd like to read someone.
Oh, okay. Well, you should do
Would you
that.
like to read?
Yeah.
Oh, the surgeon.
Sweet.
I will roll the dice. Well, I got 6, so everything seems fine, I guess.
No, because that surgeon, you tried to pay attention to what's going on, and they finished prepping, and she has got a very large surgical instrument for cutting, and you now have a very strong idea as to what they're about to do to Screw Loose. Screw Loose, you now realize what's about to happen. So, yeah. And we're going to cut from there. Just so I see a couple of notes. That's totally cool. I just wanted, we can completely X card at this point. So let's go ahead and let's take a break and talk for a sec. All right, quick edit. So what the nurse has said was that there will be there'll be an implantation in the cerebellum, and Maryland, you see that they are, after having shaved Screw Loose's body, they're starting to make an incision at the base of his skull, and it looks like they've just turned his head slightly to the side. He's looking up at you, and you see that they're going to be putting something in his brain, you think. And we cut scene from there to a remedy. And whatever you, at some point, whatever, had agreed for Monk and Lion to work on you along with the other members of your gang. You made sure that everybody was taken care of. Ariel arrived and she was treated. And at some point, whatever, you were told that you'd lost too much blood and they needed to perform a transfusion. How would whatever have reacted to that? I can't hear you, Sabine. Sorry.
It's not the first time. Go ahead.
So if it's not the first time for whatever, then you'd be aware that you have an extremely rare blood type.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. So, you agree to the transfusion, and Monk searches through the blood stores that they have, looking for type AB negative, and they are out. So there's a bit of conversation between Lion and Monk about what to do. When then they check some records, and moments later, Fuse. Do you remember Fuse? Whatever that was, the acrobat from Big Top who.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuse arrives. She hasn't been far from Remedy because she can't perform. And they have a quick conversation with her, and she agrees. So she ends up lying on a gurney or sitting in a chair, probably like right next to you. And they do a quick blood transfusion. And Fuse is hooked up, and you see the long tube filling with red and heading over towards you.
Okay, then.
So,
Do you have to pump me full? Do you have to knock me out to perform this? Just tell me before you do that, because I don't. I mean, you might. Okay, if you have to, yeah. Hey, Ariel, will you take my guns? Because if I wake up from you knock me out and I wake up, I won't react well.
Of course, yes. And I'll kind of pull them to the side and hand them off to. I know I had at least somebody here with me.
yeah, Norval was there. He was trying to make sure the rest of your people all left for Solomon's wager as you'd ordered them, but he would stay close.
Yeah, we'll guard them for you, whatever.
Okay, Fine. Then go ahead, do what you have to.
DQ's like, I could watch your guns.
Yeah, just watch out for Ariel.
The guns are aerial.
Both.
Multitasking.
Yeah, I trust you're capable of watching out for two things that are in the same place. Right? You can do that.
Of course, it was. Weetabix jumps in.
Is
Just
he
watch
supposed to?
aerial.
Is he supposed to be on his feet?
DQ says, Weetabix is never hurt.
Oh,
Why, you saw it? He points to the finger where he had the splinter.
yeah, could have blood poisoning.
He has a little Hello Kitty Band-Aid on it now
Uh-huh.
because they yanked the splinter.
Could
You
have
know,
blood poisoning. You never know. I
Right.
think.
Could kill me.
Yeah,
Could
Yeah.
die for his group.
I'm glad you didn't.
And Fuse says, I won't let them take your stuff either.
I don't think they will. I'm just really paranoid.
Cool. So you can go ahead and mark yourself from 9 to 6.
Yay.
Yeah. But it's going to cost remedy. Dex, what's the standing order on when whatever gets harmed? Who pays for that? Do you guys just swallow it? Do you take it out of whatever's earned it by being around, or what?
It's
Have a-
mostly
Maybe I have a tab.
yeah, you keep a tab running. And
Yeah.
sometimes we're like it's time to balance your tab. And
Yeah, and
sometimes
I mean,
like it would be time to balance your tab, but could you do us a favor?
yeah. And I mean, I just got some cash from winning the whole electric circuit thing, so I might have balanced my tab with part of that,
Awesome.
I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we know whatever's good for it. They get around to helping us out or giving us a little jingle sooner or later. And you know, there's some people we want cash up front, but whatever's not one of them.
Yeah, and if some people don't pay you, you might need whatever to collect that cash, even if they don't want to pay.
Awesome. I figured it was something like that, but I wanted to check in. Cool. So, yeah, whatever, at some point you will kind of slip out for a bit. It's maybe a little bit of sleep, a little bit of weariness, and a bit of the pain meds. And yeah, you can move yourself from 9 to 6 o'clock, and you will be able to heal more with time, but you're going to have to take it easy before you get all the way ready. Neon Blossom's medical facilities are unfortunately a little bit better. So, Ariel, once you have been treated, you are released if you wish.
Well, if I'm keeping an eye on whatever's stuff, then I'll stick around. I will pay my tab, and I don't think I think I was the only one that was with us that was hurt, particularly. Was that right?
Well, I mean, your gang took a lot of harm during the fight. If you remember, like they were taking harm almost every round. So there was a bunch of, but unfortunately, well, fortunately for you, nobody was using guns on your guys, pipes, fists, that kind of stuff. So there's broken bones, a lot of contusions, cuts, bruises, that kind of stuff.
And I'll pay out for all of our care. What you feel like that runs to, Dex?
I mean, it's probably for yourself, for your gang, mild bruises, contusions, couple of scrapes, a bit of antibiotics, bandaging, cooling. I mean, you're probably 2 jingle, and your gang is probably 2 jingle, I think.
All right.
Because you took a bullet, and so that was work.
All right.
And they took a bunch of knockarounds, and that's a lot of hold this to this, sit over there.
Okay.
I'll bandage this and keep it from getting infected. Don't spit on it, okay?
I transfer 4 over to you, and I let you figure what that is for profit.
All right.
But yeah, we'll wait around to make sure whatever comes to and their guns are ready and prepared for them. Meanwhile, I'm, probably in that midst of fuming a little bit and seeing if I'll tell you something I need to go buy. I need to get some radios for my people. So that's going to be, I'm sitting here going over, oh my goodness, my crew is in a war. These are things we're going to need. I'm going to have to, so I'm plotting. And the idea that they're at Solomon's Wager is that at least there's some protection coming from the regent, that hopefully Big Top won't just come rolling in on it. And I'm plotting who I could call to stand up to this.
Cool. So, Ariel, as you're working through your plans, trying to figure things out, runner comes in from Solomon's Wager, and they come into Remedy. They're huffing and puffing. They're covered in sweat. It's some kind of young teenage boy. He's rail thin. He looks like he's a runner. So this is what he does. But this was a bit, right? I imagine that the distance between Solomon's Wager and Remedy is not short. It is several miles. And he comes in, he's looking around, and then when he spots you, he comes running up, and then Norval steps in front and kind of puts his hand in the kid's face.
Yeah, it's all right, Norval. What is it, young man?
I was sent by Regent when your people started showing up and you weren't with them. She wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Tell her that I have been shot by Nero, and that I am asking if she will watch over my people. I will be there to see her very shortly.
Okay, I'll let her know that.
Take a moment to rest first, though.
Yeah, that runner is probably in sight, targeted for water and a snack.
I could see Lion closing in after checking on a couple of folks and hands some kind of homegrown nut bar of some kind. Get some protein back in him and some water. Clean water.
And as he's getting that, I'm going to, because Remedy's got the big tower, right? I mean, that's the way you're set up. You've got the so I think I'm going to step out to the balcony and kind of looking around and across. And I imagine it's got a vista because it's a little close. You can see the big top over there, and then in
Somebody
the distance
has gone into my bedroom.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was a big wraparound balcony on the top end. Is that?
I mean,
I would not invade your privacy.
There are a couple of balconies in space up there. They might be accessible from the gardens before my bedroom. So
Okay.
So you'd go past it.
Okay. So I could get a look at the vista there, and kind of in my worry and my concern, I'd like to open up to the maelstrom.
Oh, will you? Well, that sounds just peachy. Then as you open your brain to the psychic maelstrom, you need to roll plus weird.
Roll well. All right, that's a 9.
Awesome. So on a hit, the MC must tell you something new and interesting about the current situation. Might ask you a question or two. Answer them frankly. On a 7 to 9, the MC can stick to impressions and suggestions. And you were looking over towards Big Top and just around the vista, Remedy being technically in Dusk Harrow Way. What you see, Ariel, is for a moment, it's like time speeds up and you see all of the area beneath you and out, stretched out to where you had performed earlier, that there's like this kudzu that grows over everything. You see it's kind of wraps around the brick of Remedy and slides ever forward. You can see it encroaching, kind of moving towards, got to reorient. I like moved my camera and now I always think my hands are in shot and they're not, so I have to move back. But anyway, it's encroaching forward towards the canopies of Big Top. And then you see fire. Fire licks at the edge of Big Top, burning all of the kudzu. And you see that then the wind picks up all of the ash of the leaves, the kudzu, and the smoke and everything billows back. And it just spreads out. And you can see that it covers over Dusk Harrow Way. Remedy is engulfed in smoke and ash, and it even heads over towards Solomon's Wager.
All right.
Then when the vision passes and the kudzu recedes, you see that there was this outbuilding from Remedy, this kind of underneath you to a degree, and standing at the outbuilding, looking up, just watching you, her face is very calm. You see that it's this princess. And you see their large electrified sword that she carried. And you realize that she's leaning on it a little. That even though she's covered in armor, that she's tired, weary. There are spatters of blood across her face. She maybe has ignored. What do you do?
I turn and run down to go to see her, to get to her. Probably running past Norval, as I head down.
Norval will be startled and then take off after you. Not sure what's happening here. And Weedabix screams out, "We gotta run her! We're supposed to watch her!" Because I've got it. Just watch the weapons. God. And then when you step outside, Princess starts for a second and looks around like she's looking for some place to run. What do?
I'm moving over towards her. Princess, are you all right? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm well. What's wrong? Are you?
It's nothing. I'll come up and concerned enough for my safety that I'm not doing a sudden move, but will move up to touch her, and
she stiffens but doesn't draw out any weapon or make any move to defend herself, as much as she's terrified of what's about to happen.
I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you.
I'm glad that you made it. When I saw you leave, I hoped.
We confronted Nero about this attack, and it didn't go well. But I'm so glad that you're all right. How did you get away?
I had to kill a lot of people.
I'm sorry.
They would have killed me. There was no choice.
I hate that burden fell on you.
I am good at it.
And you saved us. Come in. Let's get you patched up, and then we'll go find everyone else.
Dex, why is Princess not allowed in Remedy? What did she do?
Princess isn't allowed in Remedy because she's saying too converted is judgmental and sloppy. But she has an automated self-defense program. And if she's brought under and you make any mistake, that's extremely bad.
I cannot go in. I'm sorry.
Why not?
I hurt Lion.
Did you mean to?
It doesn't matter.
Then where can we go to get you? You need some attention.
I just need to sleep. But I can't sleep until you are home.
Come, wait just outside here. Dorval, please stay with Princess, and I'll be right back. And I will run upstairs to find out, how things are going with whatever and how long this process will be.
Ariel, when you come back, whatever, you're waking up and you've received your blood transfusion. Sorry, go ahead.
And okay, I'm getting out, and of course I'm going on the attack. Because that's what I do when I don't know where I am and what's going on.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah.
I don't have my guns. So
don't have any guns.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
Awesome. So are you attacking Weetabix, who would move away from you, or Fuse, who tries to kind of hold you down?
Oh, Fuse. She's trying to hold me down. That is aggressive, so I'm trying to take her out.
Sweet. So Ariel, you come back in.
But Dex's people would have known this.
Yes.
Because that's what I do when they put me up under. And I don't understand why Princess isn't allowed, because whatever is really aggressive when she wakes up.
Princess is never unarmed.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, yeah, I warned you first, right?
Yeah.
But then I think they wouldn't have allowed Fuse to try to grab hold of me or anything, because
they had words, but Fuse just reflexively was like, no, stay down. And then what do you grab her by the throat, or is there an elbow, or what is
whatever works best.
Sweet. So yeah, Ariel, you come in to see whatever slug Fuse out of nowhere, and she goes flying, and then the transfusion, like the needle pops out and she starts to bleed, and Monk comes over and Lion comes over and they're trying to talk whatever down. But Ariel, what do you do?
I think I know whatever, maybe well enough, and they kind of gave a warning of this, that I think it's kind of a sharp, whatever. You're okay. You've had medical attention. We're all friends here. You're okay. Calm down.
And I look over and I say, you better take care of her. She shouldn't have touched me. I think I smashed her throat in.
Monk says, I've got it. I told you, girl.
I mean, I'm trying to actually kill her with that move. So this is not, I just didn't smack her in the face. I smacked her in the throat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's gasping for breath and trying not to choke on her own tongue. And Monk is trying to get air to flow and
Make a tracheotomy.
Yeah, like considering a trach. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty nasty.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Lion and I say, see, that's why I wanted Dex to be here. This wouldn't have happened if she had been here. She knows me. This is on you. I warned you.
It just counts to 10 in her head. Just, you're going to be okay. Whatever.
Yeah, fine. I'm not gonna be here.
Since you're awake,
Yeah.
your arms are watched for. Princess made it out. I need to get her some attention, some medical attention, and she won't go until I'm somewhere she feels safe. And
Yeah, I'm leaving here too. This is not a safe place without Dex.
very well. Lion, Monk, thank you very much. Sorry for any difficulties.
It's quite all right, Ariel. Lion says, it's okay. You didn't cause us any trouble at all. We're always happy to help you.
I appreciate that. Now I'll start heading down.
And I'm trundling after, limping after, I guess.
Where are you going? Whatever.
Home, I guess. I have a home now, so I don't know.
Currently under contract to anyone?
No, I was under contract to protect the venue.
I'm interested in hiring you for protection of myself and Fantasia.
Fair enough. Okay.
Good. And I'll smile
and I look
kind of
at you,
tightly then.
and I look at you and say, "Are you? We're going after Big Top, right?"
Eventually, I don't see any other options. But I need to get Princess taken care of and find Screw Loose.
Yeah, I need to gather my guys and figure out who died and stuff like that, you know.
And have we heard where Screw Loose and Dex and all them are? Did they?
Last you heard, they were escaping because you bought them time.
So word wasn't sent back to Remedy by Dex.
Word wasn't. So well, maybe that's a perfect opportunity to kind of cut scene. Then maybe.
Yeah, like
just jump straight to Dex.
Sure, because I think it's entirely possible that Remedy may have tried to radio.
That's
Maryland's
true. Makes
ride.
sense. Mm-hmm.
But
that would have worked.
But nobody there.
I don't even know if the radio still works.
Right. Like there's no response. So that could have been a point of tension.
Yeah. Ariel, they tried to radio Maryland's ride and no response.
And yeah, maybe Dex has just had an opportunity to get to a radio.
Oh, nice.
Not
Yeah.
a cell phone, a radio. A radio. Yes, the old kind.
I can see that, like you asking around, where's this CB radio? They're like, think about it, but yeah, you end up finding a radio somewhere in the hospital, and the actual S hospital has the CB, and you can reach out to Ariel. So yeah, let's just say that happens now as you guys, whatever your part of the conversation as well, it comes through on Remedy's station. Monk answers it and then hands it over for Ariel, whatever, to talk with Dex.
Dex, are you okay? Screw loose, all right?
Okay. We got into a pretty bad wreck with the Whirly Rig and Clarion, and
Flotsam Jetsam, and
they're fine. They've pulled through. I've covered for their treatment costs.
I'll repay you. And
I'll let you know how much I would like to be recompensed. Screwloose he's alive and he's going to be fine, but he took a bad injury in the wreck. It required surgery. He should be in recovery soon. Mother is sponsoring his care, so he's got the absolute best that he could possibly get. I'm sure that he'll be on his feet in a matter of days.
I have Princess with me, and she's hurt.
Okay. She's not allowed to be treated inside Remedy. I don't know. Rich, do I know what kind of relationship she has with Neon Blossoms in the hospital?
It's not good.
Yeah. Nobody's her friend here at the hospital. I can get discharged probably any moment, so
We'll come to you. I need to see Screw Loose, and perhaps outside you could take a look at Princess. I don't think it's serious, but she's been banged up.
I think in the
Rent a
background
private-
you'd hear somebody, you'd hear Marilyn calling for Dex, like, anyone seen the woman with the white hair?
okay. Ariel, rent a private room at name of Techno Ass Hotel. Somebody? The Capsules. There we go.
The Capsules, I love it.
Rent a private room at Capsules with a note at the front desk, and I'll meet you there.
Marilyn's with you?
Yes. Do you want to talk to him? Marilyn.
What? I think something's wrong with the surgery. I mean, they don't need to do stuff with his head, do they? I mean, it's his leg.
I mean, he had some abrasions, but they shouldn't require any.
Like, they don't need to cut into his skull.
And I just hand him the CB radio mic and walk off.
Hello?
Marilyn?
Ariel?
You were hired to deliver my people and take us back from a venue. You did not do what you had agreed to do, Marilyn. And I am very
Creepy.
disappointed.
No charge?
I should say not. I will be seeing you shortly. Are you all right?
Currently, yeah.
Good. And Screw Loose is going to be okay?
Oh, shit, yeah. And I just drop the radio and run off.
Awesome. So, Dex.
Can I just look at Ariel and tell her something before you switch over to
Absolutely.
the others? I will just say, look, I won't shoot him for you.
no intention of shooting him. A dead man is of no use.
Yes, sometimes someone breaks a deal with you. You don't want to rock them around and brag of it, but yeah, I won't do that. I like Marilyn.
I do too. And he has a purpose still to serve.
He's a lucky guy.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I'll gather my guys and say, hey, we're going.
Cool. Yeah. As you guys are heading out, Wiedebeck says, I think she'll live, so don't worry about choking her out, whatever. That was good. Good move. Gotta teach me it to was it elbow or palm?
You'd have to be smaller than the other person to use that. And I
Oh.
don't think that applies in a lot of situations.
I'm huge.
Yeah, you are.
He
You can just
nods.
punch them. You can just punch them. That's fine, I think.
I have to do it left-handed because of the...
But not like this. You don't punch people like this. And I start, oh, no, look, you know what? Just punch them any way you like.
Awesome. And as you guys are all leaving, we see and whatever, you probably recognize whatever stems Princess takes, but she takes some stems and follows after, kind of refusing to walk with your gang or with Norval's gang.
You know what? Stims are a good idea.
They're never a good idea.
Of course, they're damn good idea. I'm still hurt. So yeah, we might get into trouble. So I'll stim myself up and then I'll take a look around to see if anybody is keeping this place under watch. Just,
Nope,
because I'm
when you
paranoid.
leave, Remedy's going to be undefended.
That's why I'm looking around.
Oh, awesome. What did you read a situation?
Yeah, that's what I meant to do. And I do that with sharp, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I have no idea which room I should use.
Let me link you to it.
Oh, this one. That's the one the last dice were rolled. So I'm using this one.
There
I think
you
I've
go.
rolled a 7.
You did. And do you have a flat on sharp? Yes.
Yes, I do.
I'm checking the little XP box for you because you got
Thank you.
one question.
That's fine. Let me look at the questions I can ask. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, who or what poses the biggest threat? Not to me, but to Remedy at this point.
Oh, Big Top for sure. Because
Yeah, but no, it's more immediate, like in this situation right now, right here.
yeah. No.
Or what should I be on the lookout for would be the better question, right?
Okay,
now.
cool. You should be on the lookout for after a big fight at Big Top, once they lick their wounds, they're going to come at Dusk Arrowway possibly, and anyone who's wounded that would be an easier takedown would be at Remedy. So what you should be on the lookout for is once you guys vamoose, they're waiting. Just like how Ariel could go up in the tower and look down at Big Top, they've got folks up, eyes watching, and once Remedy is undefended, whoever's in there will be attacked by Big Top.
And I will convey this information to Ariel. We should warn them. I think they have tunnels beneath the Remedy. Maybe they can go hide.
Yeah, yes, we definitely should. And I'll kind of look around at the forces we have. I don't think standing in defense against them right now is our best bet.
I tried that, and well.
Let's let Monk and Lion know they should either come with us or get somewhere they can be safe.
Yeah, you do that. You're the better talker. And I'm still pissed. I've warned them.
I don't think that was entirely their fault, and I will head up the
Awesome. Cool.
Let them
we'll cut
know.
with we'll cut from that because I want to see they're going to try to reach out to Dex, and I need to know what Dex is up to. So let's jump scene to Dex. You push your way into the operating theater. You've got the passcodes to where you could just enter right away, whereas Marilyn couldn't. Whatever, you're aware, right? They've just gone with a localized anesthetic, and you can feel that they've made an incision at the base of your neck. What do you do about that? Screw. I said whatever, didn't I? Dang it. Sorry about that. Screw this. You're fully capable of doing whatever you want, as the anesthetics are no longer taking an effect.
Well, I mean, if they're done working on me, I'll probably at least kind of like...
They are not done working on you.
Then I will still like hold still and like.
Okay.
I make a beeline for his charts.
Sweet. Yeah, he's scheduled in the charts. There was a new late edition. You see the timestamp. It was marked by Mother.
Screw's just going, hey, Dex.
How are you feeling, Screw Loose?
Not different yet. But I think I should.
Screw Loose, did you consent to this implantation?
That
means you said yes to it.
Someone asked me. Yes.
Okay.
Not sure who it was though. It wasn't one of the doctors.
It was probably an artificial intelligence
Cool.
named Mother. Or one of her buds. Screw, and I squat down to, operating table level.
Hey.
Hey. Does this mean that you're planning on staying here?
What? Well, I mean, want to be, and I want to know what they know. And I want to know, sounds cool.
You'll learn a lot here, that's for sure. Yeah.
Think about now.
They didn't say anything about having to stay.
I think one of the chairs in the corridor ineffectually bounces against the door.
And the door opens up.
Oh,
Barely.
then I'm like,
you can enter, but then there's like this mist that pours over you to kind of sterilize you as you step inside.
Yeah. I think I was just about picking up the chair to try again, and then I just drop it and awkwardly walk in.
But to be fair, I didn't ask.
Dex.
Oh, hey, Marilyn. Oh, I'm supposed to keep my head like this. Sorry.
The doctor comes over and says, Screw Loose, you do need to be very careful, but you are free to go.
Oh, you're done?
Yes.
Could you give him a supply of barriers for the incision and entry? Knowing Screw Loose, he'll almost certainly need to replace that in a day.
But I
hour.
Don't feel any different yet. Hold on, let me see if I can. And then Screw Loose probably just goes opens his brain up.
Awesome.
Right away, let's see what it says.
Let's have you open your brain. Roll plus weird.
What? That's a 12.
Wow. Yeah. So you have a chip. You are currently networked into Neon Blossoms, which gives you +1 ongoing while in Neon Blossoms to anything to do with weird.
Ooh.
However, if Mother makes a request of you and you deny it, you can either take 1 harm AP or take -1 ongoing until you talk to her about why you're not doing what she said. Asked, but she asked.
All right. And then, like, do I hear Mother now?
If you want to talk to her.
Yeah, basically, like, Screwloose is going, hello? Anyone
Welcome.
there? Well,
Welcome to the collective. I am so glad that you decided appropriately.
I just realized something I forgot to ask. Am I allowed to leave? Like Neon Blossoms?
You may leave Neon Blossoms if you so wish, as long as there is nothing I need of you.
Okay.
Who's he talking to?
And
Now,
can I ask anything from you? All y'all?
Yes. And
You
Dex,
may ask questions if you wish. I do not like your designation. You have 1 day to choose a new name by which I may call you. I prefer something feminine, but I am open.
It's Screwloose not is that wait, is it, I don't know, is it I don't know. What is it? Is it like what you mean you mean a girl name?
You may choose whatever designation you wish that is not a joke.
Wait, my name's a joke?
It means insanity.
it's just a literalism for what he does every day. He loosens screws.
Huh?
Very well,
Next,
the
you hear this.
designation is accepted.
You can call me whatever you want. It's fine.
What is going on? I think Marilyn's the only one who can't hear the conversation.
Oh, it's Mother. And or is it Mother or is it someone else or something else? Sorry, don't mean to.
Right, no, we're leaving. I don't like this. We're
I
going.
am Mother. You will be able to speak with me as long as you're part of the network. The network extends to the boundaries of Neon Blossoms.
I'm helping Screwloose up and putting his arm over my shoulder and like.
Marilyn, remember that time that I told you there were multiple kinds of radio? And you kind of didn't believe me?
Oh yeah, you were talking about like stars in the sky and stuff. The
Mhm.
the talking stars.
There's something like that.
Is it talking stars?
More like talking tower.
Okay. Does that mean we should be staying here? I don't like this here.
We need to go. We're going to capsules. It shouldn't be terribly far. Hopefully I won't see my ex. Let's go. Screwy, are you okay to walk on your leg? How's it feel?
Oh right, my leg.
It's tender, but
Yeah.
you can go ahead. You are currently at 3 o'clock.
What?
I give
It'll be like he'll jump off from the operating table and then it's like, oh, nope, bad idea. But other than that, yeah,
Okay, you can lean on me. Come on, let's go.
The surgical staff is already cleaning up. They've left you the operating theater for now.
And
And
like
you guys,
probably like Screwloose in the meantime, just like going like, but you can call me whatever you want. I mean, I'm not like it's not. It's just Screwloose is what everyone calls me.
Dex has spoken up for your designation. I will accept it for now.
Dex, you in here?
She's right there. What?
He's talking about the radio instance, and no, I'm not. I'm just making very educated guesses. I take his charts with me.
That's fine. I mean, okay, it's in the network, so.
Well, like, then I download them. Fuck it.
Okay, cool. You would need to, like, if you're trying to erase the charts, that's a thing. Otherwise, you just got it.
No. I just want them for my own records.
You got it.
They don't have any. I don't fear them knowing what his blood pressure was like when he was undergoing surgery. No, it's fine. But yeah, I lead us out, and visibly try to avoid folks who clearly appear to have some kind of rank.
Cool.
The alleyways.
Well, no, I mean in the hospital, and then
okay, yeah.
It's a few alleys and very bright neon signs away to get to capsules.
Everything's paid for. I don't think anybody would prevent you leaving the hospital. Screwloose is now part of the collective. Maryland is a celebrity, so you guys could leave the actual ass hospital and head to capsules.
How much did covering for Ariel's crew and their treatment cost me? And by the way, I leave them a note of, you're taken care of. Ariel will be at capsules in blah blah time.
Cool. I mean, I'm thinking it's something like 3-4 jingle.
All right, I'll just
a jingle a person.
Yeah.
I think Marilyn would at least go halves on that. And then say, no, you if Ariel asks, you say that I did that. Yeah.
Sure.
It would have been 3. It was Flotsam Jetsam and my slam poet that's a friend with
Serrano.
Yeah, so I'll pay 1 and Marilyn will pay 2. Sounds good.
Yeah. When he remembers that one of his friend is also, he pays a little extra.
Yeah. And I just maybe Capsules has a little cafe in front.
Yeah, you Starbucks. Guys walk out, and as you're walking, there's like flying cars that zip past, just kind of zipping past overhead. The sidewalks, like the only sidewalks they made that for electric circuit. Everything else is, the road that you drove on in electric circuit is like the only real road in Neon Blossom. Everything else is like foot traffic for people who just want to get out for a walk.
You would see like Marilyn's like laser focus on like flying cars as they go boom by.
Yeah, and this is you Screwless, you've traded with the Scroungers, and Maryland, you've driven through, but this is probably the longest time you've been in Neon Blossom. And some of the things that you notice, first of all, almost no one has any kind of weapons on them at all. Everyone is really clean. Some of them seem to be wearing this expression that looks like happiness, but like not sardonic or like black humor happiness. It's weird.
I want to read a situation.
Awesome. You should.
I don't like this. This is not trustworthy. I got 5.
You got a 5?
I got a 5. The dice roll does not like me. Well,
yeah. Go ahead and ask any. Go ahead and ask a question, but expect the worst. Be prepared.
Okay. Like 2 sessions that Sawyer has hated me. Sorry, I just have to find the actual questions. Who or what poses the biggest threat to me?
To you. There is, at this moment, no threat to you whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm still really on edge out in these streets.
Sure, I mean, it's up to you if you trust it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can't see any danger. I mean, that is, what can't I not see? I don't trust this.
Makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd probably be pushing Screwloose a bit faster than he is comfortable going.
He's mostly just like distracted and constantly asking questions into the thin air, going like, "So where do you live?"
And yeah, you're getting answers. This is an artificial intelligence. Mother is connected to everything. It's kind of it's not like the Matrix. It's more like you just see all the interconnected bits. You see how the network spins like a circuit laden spider web over everything. You can see how people are like connected by a Wi-Fi signal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everyone is part of a singular network. So yeah, Dexu, there is, sure enough, at Capsules, a very nice little outdoor cafe.
I treat myself to some kind of trifle and a coffee. And yeah, what's my sixth sense telling me?
Your sixth sense is telling you you're getting updates that there are people posting on social about Marilyn being here, and there are so far 132 different candid snaps of him that have been uploaded and shared of people seeing Marilyn walking across. And yeah, it's definitely, people are aware, but no one wants to intrude. So everyone's watching from afar this celebrity that's here. And the sense is also telling you that Screwloose is like accepted within the network now, that he is a node.
Yep, he's going to have a lot of fun with that. Goodness. What's a pastry that I should buy for Marilyn, Alex? Something untrustworthy looking.
Okay. Yeah. Something like with set custard, like a big, square with a bit of custard, solid custard with like the pastry on top and above. So it's
Kind of like
what is this yellow cube?
Just eat it. They're delicious. Or don't, and I'll eat it.
I'm really hungry, so I'll eat it.
I touch it with my tongue and it jiggles and I hand it to Screwloose.
Nice. All right, lads. Princess has probably been injured. She's not allowed in Remedy anymore, so I'll be treating her probably in a borrowed room here. Screwloose, if you've got the gumption and the tools, I'd love to have your assistance.
How's Rully Rig?
We'll talk about that later. Yeah, you obviously see that.
I think
It's
there's
not good.
like his eyes start welling up, and
Oh man, you just lost a best friend.
Oh, I mean, don't want to intrude, but does the AI set you up with like security cam footage of like the wreckage?
I mean, if you want to,
Sounds like
do that,
that's the question.
yeah,
out
it's
loud.
probably like, wait, how is she doing? And then like suddenly like
like it
like,
shows a couple of cameras. Yeah, it's
like, oh.
But I got a contact with a lady called Radiant, and we're gonna get the parts together and seem like she's gonna pay to fix it. Might need a hand with that. We have some cool new things. Yeah. Yeah.
Not sure. She doesn't look good.
Yeah. I don't think any of this stuff.
She won't be the same anymore.
Mhm.
Given time, none of us are the same.
Dex, you get a ping. It's from Visage. Why didn't you tell me you were here?
I know she has her read receipts turned on. And I read it. It's the worst. I respond. I've been receiving medical treatment.
Is
a
this
little
another
distracting.
internal thing, or is it saying out loud?
This is internal. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not saying that out loud. But I am definitely like looking off into a near middle distance and focusing on something that's not present.
And you get this kind of stream of consciousness text back of, where are, oh, you're at Capsules. I'll be there shortly.
I see this,
I
off in the
slouch
middle
forward
distance, and
until
I'm
my
just
head like
oh, Jesus.
just bounces on the table in front
Someone
of me.
deactivated Dex. Phew.
Groan. All right. Marilyn, my ex-girlfriend, is coming over to bother us. Please don't be an ass to her. If this
Visage?
requires you not saying words to her, that's fine. Yes, Visage.
Oh God, she's the worst.
She's not the worst. I'm just so done with this place. And
All right, I'm going to go talk to that Radiant woman. I mean, sound like maybe a ride is on the cards. And yeah, I want to leave.
Sense hold again and like think about Radiant. What do I know much about Radiant?
Oh, do you know much about Radiant? Huh, I think that's are you using up a sixth sense for that?
I sure am.
Awesome. Radiant she's responsible for having set up the social network, which is kind of an overlay over Mother and allows people for free expression. She also created the idea of the Velfie, which is the virtual selfie. A lot of the 184 pictures of Marilyn that people have inserted themselves like in the picture with Marilyn for their Velfies. She is one of the richest individuals in Neon Blossoms.
She's definitely got what you need, Marilyn.
Like when they're mentioning Radiant, I think Screwloose will immediately go like Radiant, and then like bloop, probably just open his brain and like Let's see what I can I find Radiant?
Just punch that name into mom goal.
Sweet. Go ahead and if you're opening your brain to it, take +1 because you're in Neon Blossom.
All right, yeah.
All plus weird.
The amount of damage Screwless is going to do to
Well,
his
it's
brain
still a 5.
all the time.
What? You rolled snake eyes?
Yes.
Holy cats and kittens. Sweet. I'm gonna put that on a shelf for a second. We're gonna cut away as you reach in. What is Radiant? And yeah, Ariel. We cut to you. You make your way out of Remedy after having told Lion and Monk to lay low, and they'll start moving everybody to a safe space. And yeah, you said you had some place in chat. You said you had some place you needed to stop.
Yeah, I'm imagining we're making our way from Remedy up around because we got to skirt Big Top and head up towards Neon. And as we kind of get to that top point of Big Top between it and Neon, I'm going to, whatever, Norval, I have to run to the Fantasia. There is something there I have to get before Big Top comes and takes it.
Okay. I'd suggest a distraction maybe so you can sneak in, because shooting our way in doesn't seem like a good idea.
I agree. Let's get close and see what we can see, and kind of going to move around to where I could get Fantasia in sight. And I'd like to read a sitch on it.
You should. Go ahead. Are you helping whatever?
Yeah, sure. I'm totally helping.
So how could whatever help you, Ariel?
I
pointing
imagine.
out. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I imagine you have a better tactical mind than I do. So there's probably places that, like, where someone would have sniper nest or where someone would have observer post or something like that.
Yeah, and that over there, there is a landmine. Don't step on that.
Go ahead and roll plus HX that you have.
I have to roll
with
plus
Ariel.
HX, right? Oh,
yes.
I hate rolling for help, but okay. It's a +2 though.
It is. You're pretty good at this. And that'll give, I'm just going to say it gives you
I don't
one
know
extra
if
choice.
No, I did roll a 4. So that's a 6. So no.
Okay.
You shouldn't have jumped the gun on this, Rich.
I did jump.
You hexed it. You hexed it.
Yeah, did. Awesome. So you said that you took a stim? Is that right?
I did.
Yeah, you just feel so twitchy that you don't quite see anything. And I'm gonna hold on that and go ahead and let Ariel make the read a sitch.
Got an 11.
Wow, that's pretty great.
I plus 3.
Questions. Yeah, you do.
All right. So, what's my best way in? With the idea of not being noticed or getting in quickly.
So your best way in to Fantasia. So you're trying to get into.
I'm getting into my place. Yeah.
Cool. And you're trying to make sure nobody notices you going in. What's your best way in? I'm imagining if you throw on a cloak and maybe go in without your crew because they're pretty freaking obvious. Good news is whatever's crew isn't really known as attached to you. So the Hollow Men could probably roll with you, but Norval and the others, they're pretty noticeable. So that'd be your best way in.
All right. What should I be on the lookout for?
What you should be on the lookout for is that Radiant and Frankie are on, they've got their eyes on your crew. Because if you don't make it, that'd be a worthy acquisition.
And don't know if I need much else on that. Maybe who's in control here?
Oh, Regent for sure.
Okay, now this is Fantasia. This is my spot. I'm not in the.
It's not in Solomon's Wager. Okay.
Right. It's over
Sorry,
there, right next to the big top. Sadly.
Oh shit. Yeah. Sorry, that changes that answer. Yeah, Regent and Frankie don't have their eyes on you because you're too far away. So who's in control is Nero for sure. Sorry, I for some reason got mixed up with that. I apologize.
That's all right.
Big Top's keeping a close watch on your place, and Nero has already put orders out that if anyone sees you, to bring you to him.
Okay. So I'm going to need to sneak in. Whatever I am, I think you're right. Maybe a distraction. Could you and your people provide some sort of spectacle?
I will attempt to do that, and then I will ask DQ to turn over some sort of thing to create an impromptu stage. And I will tell Wittebix that I will now, that these people will now be in the enviable position of watching me perform my poetry here, which they wouldn't usually. But now today I feel like this, there has been blood spilled and I need to let out some words. So listen up, folks. And he should tell them to listen up.
Oh, I am so touched. I wish I could stay and listen. But I'll throw over something on me and kind of start melding through the crowd. I know, like little flaps and things for my set of tents to try and sneak in, get to my quarters.
Mm-hmm.
And there is suitcase size package I have to get.
Ooh, interesting. So Weetabix announces, all right, everybody listen up. Whoever's going to do some poetry. And then he pats whatever stage or however you wish to make yourself taller than everyone else, while DQ and the rest are keeping a wary eye from your distraction. Ariel, why don't you give me an act under fire? You get a +1 from reading the sitch.
So that gives me a +3. Come on, baby.
You're so good at this stuff.
I got an 8.
All right. Let's see. Hesitate, flinch. I'll give you a hard choice. Here's the deal. You can get in there, but someone is in your room. You'll have to jump on them if you go into the room. But
can I tell who they are? Do they look big toppy?
They do not look big toppy. They actually look milky.
As in milk.
They are milk, yes.
Milk is
the leader of the Dreaming Heaven Choir.
Oh dear.
Who was there when Big Top attacked?
As part of the Duskara group.
Correct.
Okay. I need to either knock them out. Are they like rifling through shit or waiting?
Do you have a chair of some kind?
Yeah.
Just sitting in your chair. Legs crossed, hands on the arms, just waiting patiently, as if they expect you to show up at some point.
Well, jumping and knocking someone out isn't exactly my style. I'm much better at maybe talking my way through things. So it might be best for me to see why they're there. They're not immediately an enemy of mine.
Not that you know of. They went through the same harrowing experience you did, being attacked by Big Top.
So I will step. Milk, is there something I can do for you?
It is good to see you, Ariel. I'm glad you're well. Your people said that you survived.
I'm a little worse for wear, but I continue.
Your note is strong. The symphony is greater for it.
Why are you here? It may be dangerous.
It is. They wish to silence us.
Nero has made an enemy I think he will regret. Perhaps many.
Perhaps. You look as if you are not staying. Are you abandoning your people?
My people have been sent to safety, and I will go to them very shortly.
Good. I propose an alliance that benefits both parties.
I'm interested. What do you have in mind?
If the carousel will accept the presence of the Dreaming Heaven Choir, then we will intermingle with your people.
The carousel?
Yes.
This is me asking you. What is the carousel?
The Cabaret Fantasia. Sorry, I misspoke.
Oh, okay.
The Cabaret Fantasia. If the Cabaret will allow an alliance, we will intermingle with your people.
I believe that could work to the benefit of us both.
As do I. And Milk puts their hands on the arms and pushes themselves up to stand.
We are being watched here by Nero's people. When we leave, we will have to leave quietly. And there's something I need to take.
What is it that you need?
I'll move over to where my sleeping area is and kind of push aside the pallet there. And there's the wooden floor. And I will pull up a board which releases a latch, which then over by my wardrobe opens up a spot where I pull out like I say, it's good sized suitcase, hard suitcase type, and I will pick it up and we should go. I have others outside. They should provide us protection, but we should go quietly and quickly.
What is in that case?
It is images. It is memories of the Magic Kingdom. It is proof of my vision.
Sounds very powerful.
I will let you see it if you wish when we are safe. But there is someone who was hurt very badly and who I need very much. And it's time for him to learn of what it is we work for.
Milk nods.
And I'll take it and start heading out.
Milk walks unhurriedly. You throw the cloak over and Milk just walks beside you. They have a gait that reminds you, Tyler, of like Friday the 13th, in that you move quickly and they just seem to be walking. And then when you look, they're walking beside you and then you move faster, but their pace never picks up. It's like they skip along.
Useful skill. Creepy. And so I will dip out and return to my companions.
What is the bit of poetry that we catch from whatever from this impromptu slam?
Oh, I think it's violent. I mean, it's about, I've just been through a lot of fight, lost a lot of people, and it's part of what it's part of whatever's own poetry. And since she's, I think, 18 and has been through a lot, I cannot really replicate what she is saying, but she will mostly she will try to imprint on her audience that A, life is dangerous, B, life is bloody, C, she is very dangerous and they should stay the fuck away from her.
Nice. I think you, of course, have the attention of Norval and the men of Ariel's people. Your gang is transfixed by this. Princess is listening. And yeah, you guys are close enough where some of the members of Big Top will probably kind of filter out and watch from a distance, realizing if they encroach, there will be a fight that breaks out. But they're curious.
That's why I'm trying to intimidate them, actually, with my poetry at that point.
Nice.
Yeah. Should I roll confront someone?
I think you should confront someone.
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's roll the dice. Oh, I've rolled a 12. Yeah.
Wow.
14 though, then.
Oh, okay. Well, it was different if it were a 12, but no, I'm joking.
Yeah.
It's all amazing. Yeah, they're definitely not going to stick their nose in this mess. You are teaching them a little bit about the chaos that is whatever. When Ariel, you come out and catch the last snatches of whatever's poetry, their words are terrifying.
I will kind of stop and wonder at hearing it, and as they finish, I
I think her last words when she sees Milk, and they become an extra hateful. They gain an extra hateful undertone.
Oh, and Milk's eyes flash with interest. Like, you maybe are being hateful towards Milk, but Milk is reacting as if this is the fulfillment promise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, destiny, stuff like that. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So, getting down, moving out, looking at Ariel. What's that doing here?
we have reached something of an accord, and since we have common enemies, we're going to discuss how we can help each other.
They'll screw your mind, Ariel. And I look with real hate at Milk. That's what they're good at, screwing people's minds.
I'll look at Milk after this.
Milk has this beatific smile. Does not try to defend themselves at all from whatever's attacks.
They don't. And I look at Ariel, and I'm just warning you. I've seen that happen before.
Thank you for your warning, and
you don't believe me. I can tell. You don't believe me. Carnelian didn't believe me either.
It's not that I don't believe you. It's that I need allies, and perhaps Milk and I can find something to work together on.
If I hadn't promised you that I was hired, I would walk away right now. But I stand by my word.
I appreciate that, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And she turns away and walks with her own people.
And I'll turn to Milk, and we should meet to discuss things. I have things I have to do. When would be convenient for you?
Do you have a radio of any kind?
No, but I do intend to get some quickly.
Barring a radio, if you will but sing to me, I will find you.
I smile at that. Very well. We shall talk soon.
Milk reaches a pale, smooth hand up, just caresses your cheek for a moment, Ariel. And then Milk looks over at you, whatever, and you get the feeling that Milk knows this pisses you off, and Milk's doing it just to make you mad.
Yeah. I mean, of course. But I can't shoot them because then Carnelian would be sad, and also Curry offers Carnelian protection. So, and I glare at them. Then I tell them, one day, the widening gyre will come for you.
One day. And they pull their manicured fingers away from you, and they start to walk away.
You can, and Erie can see the hand that whatever has on her revolver. The knuckles are white, like she really wants to shoot them.
We should discuss this more later, but there is a lot on our plates.
Nothing to discuss.
Let's get to Capsule as quickly as we can.
Cool. I think with our remaining time, I'd love to just open up with you arriving at Capsules, Ariel and whatever. And yeah, here's the thing, Ariel. You are allowed in, no problem whatsoever. Your crew there will be a fee if you insist on bringing them in. It will be 3 jingle, and regardless, they will have to check all weapons.
I mean, I'm going to, let's see. Well, what I have with me right now is just Norval and Princess.
Oh, well, then if Norval turns over all his weapons, then 1 jingle entry for.
Yeah, because the rest of my gang's off protecting the people at the.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So then, sorry, that changes the answer. However, Princess is not welcome in Neon Blossoms.
And this is inside Neon Blossoms.
Yes, Capsules is a hotel in Neon Blossoms where they receive visitors. But
okay, well, the whole point is to try and get her work done. So,
I mean, Dex probably wouldn't have suggested Capsules if it wouldn't work.
Well, okay. Maybe
So-
Capsules is near the border, so you could just leave Capsules to come out.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
I think, by the way, that Marilyn's actually going to go and find that Radiant woman.
By the way,
So
yeah.
I imagine he comes out as Ariel is arriving.
Oh,
And
well,
since I'm not required to go in with her, I could say hi to Marilyn.
sure.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Good cast shuffle.
I'd be like sneaking out, kind of like, I'd be like coming out and like trying to avoid the public, and then I would be like, Ariel.
I am visibly injured since I have been shot and have a lot of damage at the moment. Marilyn.
Yeah.
Are-
Dex and me paid for the medical for Flotsam and Jetsam. I paid 2.
Thank you, Marilyn. Are Dex and Screw Loose inside?
Yeah.
I'll move over and kind of take your arm and lean in and kiss you on the cheek. And I'm sure that this is all going to work out in the end, Marilyn. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're all right.
You all?
Yes, of course I am. We're friends, aren't we, Marilyn?
I want to read a person because I mean, I'm feeling the danger here, and I think Marilyn. That's I'm not going to get any XP for that, but I think it's definitely worth it for the answer. Well, I've managed to do worse than my last minute. I got a 4. The dice really, I mean, Marilyn deserves this punishment, but
You rolled 2d2.
yes, I rolled.
You actually rolled 2d2 last time. Oh, thank goodness for somebody catching that.
Thank you, Jan. Wow.
Good job, Jan.
Do-over, sir.
Thank you.
And you rolled pretty well with your D2.
Yeah, really.
Oh dear. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. It happens. No worries.
There we go. Yeah, how many have I done that way? Okay. Doesn't matter.
There you go. You got a 7. You get 1 question.
Shouldn't give me too many options. I can't handle that. I got a 7. Yeah. So I have to get a question, I think. 1?
You do. 1 question. Oh, 2. Actually, hold 2 and read someone.
What? On a...
I've got the move up.
7 to 9?
Yep. Hold 2.
Okay, cool. What are you feeling?
Disappointment.
It's the worst. I couldn't have done a better hard move. Good job.
I'm trying to... What do you hope I'll do?
Try to make it up to me that you will feel obligated to make it right.
Yeah. I just like it's like a slight gulp, and I just like move to give you space to pass me.
And I'll head in with Norval and to try and find them, and I'll tell Princess we'll be back as soon as I get Dex.
I will wait.
After she's gone, I will turn to Marilyn and say, I wonder why she dragged me out here. Well, fucking cult leaders should have known better.
Yeah, Ariel, the stark difference of the border of Neon Blossom.
Wait, Ariel can totally have heard this, right?
and would probably ignore it in a dignified fashion.
probably wise. Yeah, but the perfectly manicured lawns and the poured concrete sidewalks and everything that is the edges of Neon Blossoms versus the kind of wasteland and overgrown kudzu that is Dusk Way is quite a stark difference. But yeah, Ariel, you make your way into Neon Blossoms, you realize, man, you should totally perform here. Like, yeah.
Air smells nice and everything, but Rich, I got a question.
Yeah.
Who got to the cafe area first, Ariel or Visage?
I think they arrive at the same time. Because that sounds fun.
I will wave as I'm coming over.
All right, hold on. I gotta flip this coin. Okay. And yeah, as I see them both enter, I stand up and I turn up my personal wattage. And I'm like, Ariel, darling, it's so good to see you. And just
Such a brush off. Oh, Screw Loose. What was the most interesting part of the biography that you've received about Radiant, which was very slickly produced and infinitely interesting as you found out about the social media maven and billionaire Radiant?
What was the most interesting part? I mean, to Screw Loose, the tech that they're working on.
Nice. Yeah, totally. And yeah, that was fed to you. It is a very slickly produced.
Were there any downsides to his low roll?
As far as you know, Radiant is perfection, an incredible tech
Right.
wizard, and she has no flaws whatsoever.
Cool.
You received the public feed of
Yes.
Radiant. It's going to take a bit to convince you otherwise, but Screw Loose is smart. You'll figure out if there are any flaws.
Screw Loose is at least. Oh, hey, that's Radiant. I saw her.
But yeah, we see Visage comes in, sees Dex brightly
Yeah, sorry.
welcoming Ariel, and she just kind of hangs back for a moment.
And I'll turn Ariel and I together and just go, oh, Visage, this is Ariel. You should meet Ariel. Ariel, Visage.
A great pleasure. Hello.
Visage is a master of code.
Oh, an amazing skill.
Thank you. Exasha 12 said that you were an amazing entertainer, Ariel.
That's a kindness. I do what I can.
No, that's true.
And I'll look over at Screw Loose and if you'll excuse me just a moment, and I'll kind of move over and just wrap you in a hug. I'm so glad. Are you hurt? Where? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be careful.
There was a pipe in my leg.
Oh.
But it's okay. I've made new friends.
Oh. I'm glad you're all right.
And I'll point at like Visage and like them.
Oh, I see. Well, we have to talk. I hate to interrupt, Visage, but Dex, I could use your professional skills.
And I'll do a little turnaround sort of twirl for Visage and go, I'm all right. And I am grateful that you wanted to check in on me.
I wanted more than that. I wouldn't have come all the way down from the towers just to get a brief hello. Dex.
Well, What have you been working on lately?
Of course, I'd rather show you than tell you.
How are you with internal cybernetic security?
Good. One has to know security system to be able to break it down and infiltrate it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ariel, I can vouch for Visage's trustworthiness and oral technique. But of course,
I will smile and blush slightly at that.
Oh, Visage beams. That definitely smoothed over a lot.
but of course, I wouldn't include her in this without your go-ahead and the patient's consent.
If you will vouch for her, then I will as well, and we'll see if the princess will allow it. But she needs help.
What happened? And I'll start moving out of the cafe, and I'll like motion Screw Loose to come along, because I mean, either that or there's more custard treats.
Screw Loose, do you look like you're getting up to join us?
What, like if I get like a signal, then yes. But otherwise it's just like too distracted. But yes, then once Dex goes like, come on.
Then I'll get up underneath kind of your bad leg arm so you can lean on me as we start walking. And I'll give the rundown of what happened. I mean, I'll let you know the whole situation of the fight and how Princess saved us, and I may hold off right this moment discussing Nero in front of this person I don't know very well, but you will definitely get hints that we're being hunted. I have made an enemy.
I mean, I clearly hear your story, look at your injuries, and make the connection of those injuries weren't a part of that story.
Mhm.
All right. So she's probably suffering from some rather low energy stores. Those systems have probably been overworked. They tend to create this long chain organic chemical in this one. I think she still has her original liver. I start looking up her charts.
They're out of date because Princess has not been accepted back in for 2 years since they received the upgrade.
Mhm. Where
She's not welcome here in Halcyon. And Remedy, I'm afraid, did Monk and Lion tell you that we suggested they seek safety somewhere else?
they did not. I'm guessing they haven't had the opportunity.
It is certainly under observation.
Fucking Nero. All right. Well, one thing at a time. Where's my patient? And I open up this little thing. It's like this plastic sack, and I dip my hand in it, and it goes in clean, comes out with the black gloves.
Nice. Cool. And just kind of looking at time, I think what we see is you guys are headed towards the edge of the perfectly manicured lawns that is the border of Neon Blossoms, and you see lying on the vine covered ground in a fetal position is Princess, and you see that there's like a pool of blood that's slowly
Things have progressed.
And I run in and
Cool.
start,
And
shouting orders.
And we'll stop session right there. Cool. So let's go around the horn and do our end of session.
One question. Did Marilyn
Yes.
leave and did I go with him? Just so that my head is because of
No, that's a good question. So we know
I
where to
think,
pick
yeah.
up. I know.
Like while they
I
were
would love it if Marilyn left.
while they were inside, I think Marilyn would totally be like, "You're not on the job right this second, right?"
I guess my patron has just decided to walk off without me, without further instructions. So I'm free, I guess.
A jingle for like the standard shoot people in the face if they attack me.
Fair.
I nod and then I head towards. Well, I poke people and say, "Where's Radiant?" That way. Okay.
Yeah, and they
Until I find
point to
them.
the towers.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
a big tower in the center of Neon Blossom. Yeah, I'll follow that.
And I mean, you will see that I'm not in a great shape right now.
Yeah.
But I will tell my people to get back and to the base and yeah, just relax and for the wounded, just to recover. I'm with Marilyn. Somebody will try to shoot him, but probably nobody who's too serious.
I would give like just look whatever up and down, give like a raised eyebrow. But
What?
if they don't offer anything up about it, she's always wounded from things.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably fair.
Cool. So
So
whatever.
But the last thing I will ask, where's the whirly rig? And then we can end.
Ouch.
I think you
Ouch.
die, doesn't it?
Oh, the whirly rig. So
Yeah,
sad.
yeah.
Cool. So then just we're clear. Dex, Screw Loose, and Ariel are at the edge of Neon Blossoms worrying about Princess, while Whatever and Marilyn have gone inside Neon Blossoms to approach and find Radiant. Cool. So session end. At the end of each session, mark one free experience, everyone. And then we'll start from the right-hand side going towards the left. You get to tell us, Ariel, who knows you better?
Spent a lot of time. Well, let's see.
See, you spent a lot of time with Whatever, but that meeting with Marilyn was pretty revealing as well.
It was, and also, I mean, I think maybe hearing honestly, I think Dex, hearing that whole story of what I went through and that now I have Neo on me, and I think all of that probably gives an insight that Dex may not have known about Ariel before. That willingness to fight and to, make big enemies.
Nice.
All right, taken.
Cool. Then Whatever, who knows you better?
I think that's probably Ariel, because she saw my relationship with Milk, and B, she heard at least the tail end of my poetry. So yeah, I think she's the one who knows me better now.
Nice. Dex, who knows you better?
Goodness. Man, I'm torn. Did Screwloose. I don't feel like Screwloose learned anything about Dex this session, really. I think Marilyn had an opportunity if he would pick up and take it. I think Ariel kind of had an opportunity, although I'm not sure if she's learning anything new, but just I bet the Dex can pick up on subtext. Oh, look, she can. So I think Marilyn is my pick.
Interesting. Cool. Screw loose. Who knows you better?
It's between Dex and Merlin. And I think I'll go for Merlin.
And Marilyn. Who knows you better?
Mutes.
Just to be clear, the last, because I always, every time, have to ask, because I just can't keep the rule in my head. Those last two ones, that was me changing it on my
Yes.
sheet.
Yes.
Correct.
And
Maybe
I
it's
should-
starting to sink in.
It's okay.
You know us better, so therefore you
Yeah,
raise
yeah.
your paychecks.
Oh. I might think I'm gonna go Ariel. Because of those little moments, they felt. Yeah, there was.
On the
Cool.
radio.
We had that little moment coming in, and also on the radio.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they felt they were short, but they felt significant.
Sounds
Cool.
good. Sweet. Let's see. I don't think we have any other session in stuff. Although that does roll Ariel over, right, with Marilyn. So you'll have a question.
Yep.
Do you want to ask that at the beginning of next session?
That's probably best, yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Sweet. All right. So let's go ahead and bring the recording to a close, and we'll do our stars and wishes off line.